Tom Simmons, heavyweight. I'm from Epsom, 5-0. Find out at Guildford. Well, no blocks at Guildford City.
Obviously, we've caught up before, so just thought it would be a bit of a nice catch up to see how you're getting on. I think when we previously spoke, I'm pretty sure you hadn't made your debut at that point.
No, that's what I was saying to. What's your mate's name, sorry?
Kenny.
Kenny, yeah, I was saying to him. I think that was back in 2020.
Yeah, that was a good COVID, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And since then, I've had 5 fights, 5-0. I made my debut on Dean White's show back in 2021.
Yeah.
And 5-0. And I'm planning on hopefully end of the year would be 8 or 9-0, 9-0 hopefully. Yeah.
So that was my next question. Like, how many fights ideally would you like in 2024?
Yeah, 4 minimum. I like to have maybe 5, but 4 minimum. And then hopefully end of the year that'll put me in line for Southern area. So yeah, obviously if all goes to plan, even I mean if it didn't like 9-0 is the goal, and hopefully 10. But yeah.
So you mentioned about the southern area. So you're building your record up nice. You know, getting sort of different level of opponent sort of thing. Is that sort of like the goal by the end of the year? Then is to get that southern area at least eliminator. Or shot at the title. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, like even if like Southern area for whatever reason that if it weren't available or I just didn't get put in line for it, I don't mind English. Or I was speaking to Kenny. I was asking him if there's any heavyweights in Wales. I'm half Welsh, so that'd be another one that I sort of like a stepping stone as well. And I don't think there is any. I don't think there is a Welsh heavyweight I can think of. No, not off the top of my head. Yeah. Fight, but yeah, it's just another option. Yeah, because I don't know how it works exactly, but I may get put forward for it. But obviously, if another 2 have been put forward, because there's quite a few heavyweights that are in the southern area. Obviously, it's the area with the most amount of people. So just for whatever reason, but I'll go for a Welsh, English. But I mean, the Celtic. So I mean, that's 4 there. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just see at the end of the year. But yeah, even, like you're saying, like if I go for an eliminator, whatever. But just yeah, I want to be having like 50-50s by the end of the year. Yeah. Ideally, that's. Yeah. I think that's sort of like, you know, you get your learning fights out of the way, and ideally you want to sort of be in those, you know, sort of 50-50 as early as possible to sort of test yourself, really, isn't it? And then you never know. You know, you might not even fight for something, but you might get a call for the big TV to fight for an English. You never know. Yeah, to keep him busy is sort of your interest, isn't it? There's that, I can't remember his name, but he was pretty decent. It was a fella that was against Solomon Dakers for the English. It was his last fight. Right, let's have a look. But I think he's been on all the small. Oh, Michael Webster. That's it, yeah. Yeah, so Michael Webster, yeah. I watched it, yeah, and I was thinking like he'd be like me, he's like boxing like the small hall shows, and obviously you get a call up. I thought he was pretty decent. I don't think there was like, from what I remember, there weren't too much in it, but it just goes to show like he's like stepped up one of the TV boys. So mate, TV boys, he's been on Team GB. Actually, another thing, you see my debut against I boxed Maniv. The only other person to beat him on a debut, before me was Solomon Dakers, and he was on Team GB. So I thought for me it was a hard fight against Maniv, because Dakers, I think he's like 6'5" or 6, and Maniv, he was like my size in height, about 6 foot. And I thought like with me, he doesn't know how to fight tall people, because as an amateur he was like a middleweight, so he's not used to fighting the giants. But he was, when he hit me in the first round, I saw black for about 10 seconds, and I mean that was like a bit of like a get thrown in the deep end for like debut, because a lot of boxers, they don't get tested until 10 fights in. So but you sort of want that though, don't you? I mean, obviously you don't want to keep continuing punching in the face. No, you want to sort of real kind of test, as in, hey, you know, I'm not just here just to pad up, jab them around and win on points. Yeah. So you sort of want to actually win, you know, properly. Sort of, you know, you want a real sort of kind of test, don't you? Essentially. Yeah, exactly that. Because let's say like you don't really know what you're made of until you get like properly cracked like that. And exactly. At heavyweight, I mean, I think for my debut, I think I weighed 97, because with me it was so up and down. I had few fights that fell through, so I took that fight at like 5 days notice. I was actually on holiday. I'm so desperate to debut, had COVID, and I thought I'd just take it. But yeah, and I was saying to Kenny, I think so 4 out of 5 of my opponents have been 18.5 stone, where I've been sort of just under 16, like 16, just under. So Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see what's to come this year.
Yeah, do you know who you're fighting on 22nd?
Yeah, Jake Darnell. So I beat him already on my second fight.
Okay.
And yeah, he's a good boxer. Like, I rate him, and I think like his style works, complements my style. I think, and yeah, like I beat him outright on at York Court on a 4-rounder. So I wanted to do 6, but they wouldn't allow me to do. He couldn't do a 6. I did 6 on my last one with Phil Williams. So yeah, I've got Darnell again. I mean, sometimes there's not really a vast selection of like heavyweights anyway, so you're might maybe have to rematch a couple like here and there. And also, his UK opponent, it's just like hassle isn't like you don't have as much hassle.
Yeah.
For an opponent, flying them in, accommodating them, foreign fight fees, and so yeah, no, but he's pretty clean for a heavyweight. He wasn't like dirty or anything like that. I mean, not whether he's changed now, because I think he's had another like 15 fights since maybe. I think he's won 1 or 2 as well, like a few maybe. Yeah, but he's obviously he lost them 1, so yeah.
No. I'm looking forward to it. It's a good show. Obviously, looking forward to sort of kind of seeing your career progress. You know, like I said, the last time we spoke was before you sort of had your first fight. So, do you want to give a shout out like to your Instagram so people can follow you? Or if they want to get tickets and what have you, I'll put that link in. Yeah, my Instagram is Tom_Simmons SIMMONS.
Anyone you want to give a shout out to, or any? Yeah, I'll shout out my sponsors. Rest and Waste, Volve Electrical, Sale Group, King's Cuts, Black's Burgers. I should have had my phone with me. Power Evolution. What are they called? Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Anyone that we've missed, obviously, it wasn't intentional, and we can, sort of try and add a logo in afterwards or something. Yeah. And obviously, better give a shout out to John. John Evans, your coach.
Yeah, and everyone here as well at BOXIN, Guildford and that. Yeah,
definitely. All right, brilliant. Well, good luck, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Cheers.